Hello sexy boys, it's me, RoseTintedSpectrum. Oh, have I got a sexy little video for you. I'm going to be showing you the 69 sexiest games on the sexy ZX spectrum. Sexy games that feature raw, explicit, horny images of men and women doing rude sex all day long. I hope your sexy keyboard is clean, because when we're finished, there's going to be foreign liquids everywhere. So get your sexy joysticks at the ready, guys, and get ready to poke your way through some hot, sexy, hot, rude, sexy, hot, naughty.
Stop. Sorry, Bunty. I thought it would sound sexy if I used the word sexy a lot, but hearing it back, it doesn't sound right. I don't think it's sexy enough. I don't think it is. Anyway, can you just say sexy joystick again?
Sexy joystick.
Yeah, nah, I think my writing's off. There isn't even 69 games. I just wrote that because 69 is the sex number.
Oh, 69.
Yeah, see, it's not working. Describing everything as sexy doesn't make it sexy. I understand that now. Hold on. I found an excerpt from 50 Shades of Grey. Can you read that out and see if it sounds sexier?
He holds out his hand, and in his palm are two shiny silver balls linked with a thick black thread. Inside me, I gasp, and all the muscles deep in my belly clench. My inner goddess is doing the dance of the 7 veils. Oh my.
What? No, that's awful. That's worse than mine. Alright, just say sexy joystick again, but sexier.
Sexy joystick.
Cheers. So first on the review roster, it's the imaginatively titled Sex Game. And look, I'm pretty much going to have to describe everything that's going on here because I'm going to have to censor everything that's on the screen. On the left, we have a giant, disembodied, veiny penis that seems to be half black and half white. In order to win at Sex Game, you have to turn your penis black and it'll spray sex wee everywhere. You do this by pressing buttons fast. On the right, there's a silhouette of a woman bouncing up and down on a man's wee-wee. Here's a question, though. Presumably Sex Game was made for a heterosexual male audience, so why then is 25% of the screen taking up with the image of a massive cock? I don't know about you, other heterosexual males, but the one thing that doesn't really get me aroused is the digitized recreation of a tassel, balls and all. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a very nicely detailed penis, but I've already got one and I could just look at that if I really wanted to. My penis is very nicely detailed as well. I don't need to see another one. And maybe, just maybe, you could say that the game was aimed at gay men, but if that's the case, why is there an animation of a man and woman having sex? I can only come to the conclusion that the developers accidentally made a very gay game. Maybe it's for bisexual people? I'm honestly not sure anymore. I'm not qualified to talk about this. Let's move on. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to play a game of Hangman in German. Yes, that's right, Sex Mission. The game in which you play a peeping Tom climbing up a tree to try and get an eyeful of some woman on a pogo stick. I don't know German, so I wasn't actually able to complete even a single sexy mission in Sex Mission, but what I will say is that at the very least, there's a game here. It's not a great game or an imaginative one, but it's got an actual point to it. If you get too many letters wrong, the German police arrive very, very slowly in their tiny green crime-mobile, and you're carted off back to the main screen. Your leading man will shout, "Scheiße, Auschwitz," which translates to shit, caught. And I think this adds a lovely splash of character to a game that's already teeming with interesting backstories and dialogue. Anyway, Sex Mission is pretty much Sex Mission Impossible for me. If you're German and you like Hangman and you also want to perv on a woman in a bedroom, I suppose this is a good, safe, alternative way to get your rocks off. Sex Poker is next, and once again, it's in bloody German. The Germans really like their ZX Spectrum porn, apparently. Now, this one, I presume, is a strip poker game in which you have to remove the clothes of these women who are conjoined at the stomach. A bit weird. Anyway, it first asks a question in German, and after typing Ja, which is pretty much the only German word I know, nothing was happening. So after some translation, I found out that the game is asking me which half of the conjoined lady I'd like to seduce this evening. I went with Melissa because she looks a lot classier than Susie. Susie isn't even spelt right for a start. Disgusting. No shame at all. Melissa, however, look at that long flowing grey hair, her black lips, her pale grey skin, her knitted cardigan. Yep, Melissa is the woman for me. Game crashed. Never mind though, there's another sex poker. This one came out 2 years after the first, and look, I'm going to be honest here, Melissa and Susie look pretty nice, but this woman, she's got no toes, she's got lobster claws for hands, and she's got the most gormless expression I've ever seen. Still, at least this game is in Polish. I don't speak Polish any better than I speak German, but it's nice to have a different language at the very least. I tried playing this game one-handed because presumably that's how it's supposed to be played, but it was just so damn slow. Even the little card character with a light bulb for a head wasn't turning me on. I tried about 3 times to raise a bet when I was on a surefire winner, and she folded it every time, so I just came to the conclusion that sex poker is an absolute time waster. At least Sam Fox Strip Poker had Sam Fox in it. He wants to look at this face. Honestly, it's like the bottom of a foot with a face drawn in felt tip.
You can say penis on British TV.
What can you say, penis on
You just can't.
Okay, now we're talking. If you want porn on your Spectrum, the last thing you need to do is go through a laborious game of cards before you get to see a nipple. Sex Simulator 1 does away with all of that rubbish. Here you play as Werner. You can help Werner the dickhead in his quest to become the fastest. Look how happy he is. Look how happy Werner is. Werner is very happy. And, oh my, well, this is certainly a sex game. There's no denying that. I mean, game is probably a stretch. It's sort of like Daley Thompson's Sex Olympics in a way. You just have to press 2 buttons as fast as you can. I went off like a rocket in 10 seconds. I am that good at sex. Overall, there are 2 frames of animation. There's not a great deal of effort here. Werner's dick is honestly indescribable. His ball sack is like a black walnut and his little Werner is about the width of a pencil. I've no idea why they chose to draw it the way they have, but it's pretty gross. I do want to give a shout out to the very sexy sound effects here though. Also, because of the really poor animation, you can make it look like the woman is talking. Bunty, come back. I need you to read more erotic novels.
As the executive assistant to the financial controller at Faulkner Investment Group's San Francisco office, a lot of confidential information flowed through her. Her boss, Gregory Conwell, counted on her to keep the data secured, and she had never let him down in the 18 months since she'd been in her position.
Whoa, that's some good stuff, that is. Sex Tetris is next. It's Tetris, but with naked women. I'm just going to show an image of this one so I don't have to censor all the moving parts. I'm being lazy, I don't care. It's Tetris, you all know what Tetris is. Weirdly, when you manage to complete a line, the naked women turn into these hunks of flesh, which, gonna be honest, it doesn't arouse me at all. It's also really, really, really horrible to control. Call me crazy, but I just don't think Sex Tetris is as good as the original Tetris, which is a real shame. Hooray, more card games. What is it with horny men and cards? Are they really that compatible? If I was really, really desperate to do the one-handed pants dance, I'd probably just go and look at an Argos catalogue or something. I can't imagine that I'd sit there for hours on end trying to beat sexy blackjack to get a glimpse of a drawing of a woman in the nip. To be fair to the developers though, this is pretty damn hot in comparison to the other games we've seen so far. Check out those glasses, what a stud. Anyway, because all sex games are in a foreign language, because the British hate sex apparently, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I spent the majority of my time looking at the wrong hand of cards before realising that I just didn't care anymore. I will point out that I don't think any casino establishment would allow a half-naked woman to just sit on the floor and play blackjack though, no matter how sexy she is. And again, what is going on with a hand? Why do all of these women have crab hands? What's sexier than cards? Words. That's right. It's text adventure time, and already I can feel the blood draining from literally every part of my body. Soho Sex Quest is the name of the game. You're tasked with finding the finest prostitute in the land, Zelda, and then presumably you'll do sexual intercourse at her. I started off in a wine bar, picked up a bottle of wine, drank the bottle of wine, opened a trapdoor, went into it, and then died in a sewer. It's pretty much a standard night out for me.
It's a fun way to make new friends, and who knows with our new message.
Sequel time! Soho Sex Quest must have flown off the shelves because we also have Soho Sex Quest 2, Herpes or Bust. It came out the same year as Soho Sex Quest. I may be wrong, but I don't think a lot of effort went into these games. Soho Sex Quest 2 doesn't even have a menu. You literally just get dumped onto this red screen, and it's incredibly confusing. The game reads, "You are standing in the middle of Havant Road. It is a very wide road." Just obviously important scene saying that. There is a co-op food store to your left, and Fred's newsagent shop to your right. And there is a lump of... And then I think it censors the word shit, which doesn't make any sense because there are a lot worse words, even on this screen alone. And then, highlighted in green, it says, a vibrator. I'm ready to be fucked. Okay, then, so, take vibrator? I can't, you useless cunt. Hurry up and input something, you silly wanker. Wow. Well, at least they set the tone pretty quickly in this one. I attempted multiple inputs here, but the game just constantly swore at me until I got bored. I reckon this game might be good for those people who have that negging fetish, where you pay people to slag you off. They could have paid a couple of quid for this tape and then saved themselves a fortune. Just have the Spectrum slag you off instead. Right, one last sex game. Actually, this one isn't even a game, it's just called Sex Demo. It's got pictures of nude ladies in it and some poorly translated English. Bunty, can you narrate this one? You can do the sexy voice better than I can.
Hi fans, this is the first demo from Chew and Come of the Lids. Yeah, adult stuff only, techno sound and good graphics. Enjoy the great stuff from Germany's #1 group. Maybe. Do you know what your girl makes alone at home? Sex on the phone. I need it so. The hottest girls are where the sun is. You want to see more? What do the girls wear on the street? Okay, only some girls. More action? Not in this demo. The end is near. A last picture to enjoy. Yeah, that's it. Nice pics, eh? Please excuse our bad English. We are very young. But why stop here? Let's start again.
Nah. So, sexy Spectrum games. There's quite a lot. Some are sexier than others. None of them are very sexy. None of them are very good. To be honest, if you're looking to knock one out and the only thing you've got to hand is a ZX Spectrum, you'd probably be better off becoming a nun.
Call now 0891 500.